The Mouse's Apples. Francis Stickley, Kristina Litten. The hungry mouse went walking through her mouse hole in the hill. She dreamed of juicy apples as she scampered down the hill. Her tummy rolled and rumbled as she searched along the floor. So imagine her surprise to find not one apple but 4. The first was red and rosy, tucked inside a flower bed. The next was pink, and it almost fell onto her head. Plop! The third was speckled yellow. She dragged it through the mud. Squish! The fourth was green and gleaming in a stream within the woods. "Well," said Mouse, delighted, "this must be my lucky day." She lined them all up excitedly and rolled them on her way. 4 delicious apples. That's the most I've ever found. But as she opened wide, she heard a terrifying sound. It grizzled and it grumbled, and then the voice said, "Stop right there." Mouse began to tremble in the shadow of the bear. "Apples are my favorite tasty treat, and I've been here all winter without anything to eat." And Mouse's whiskers shivered as she gazed up at the bear, and nervously she quivered. "Well, they're mine, but we could share." "Share?" said the bear. No, I don't share." "That isn't fair," Mouse said. "Fair? I don't care." So Mouse sighed and shook her head. "Perhaps," the bear considered, "I should eat you up instead." "You wouldn't, squeaked the mouse. "Oh, wouldn't I?" he said. "Okay," Mouse sighed. "You can take them." But as she walked away, she had a clever thought and knew exactly what to say. "Bear, do you have to take them all? I could have the 5th one, and it's only very small." "It's gone a little bad," she said, "and it's turned a little brown." Bear seemed quite befuddled as he stared down at the ground. "5?" the bear said, puzzled. "But I only counted 4. Bear looked quite excited at the thought there might be more. "Please, I'm hungry, and it's old and brown and small." "No," said Bear. "I don't care. They're mine. I want them all." "Maybe, if you're lucky, then I'll let you have the pips." And Bear began to count them as he laughed and licked his lips. But as the bear was counting, the mouse found a little leaf. She rolled into the small brown ball and gripped it in her teeth. And Bear was so distracted as he muttered, "Mine, all mine," that he didn't seem to see the little mouse had rolled up into the line. Bear counted out the apples, 1, 2, 3, and 4. But wait, an extra apple. Mouse was right. There was one more. "It does look a little strange," he said. "It must be past its best." But he popped it in his basket, just like the mouse had guessed. Tucked inside the basket, Mouse barely even blinked, for she knew that if she found her, she'd be eaten in a wink. Bear dreamed of juicy apples as he walked out of the woods. His stomach growled and grumbled as he squelched across the mud. He ambled through the orchard humming ditties in his head. He didn't hear the nibbles as he passed the flower bed. Bear opened up the basket and he rushed inside his house. But where there once was apples was a fat and happy mouse. Bear was flabbergasted. "You tricked me. That's not fair." "Fair?" said Mouse, "but you're the naughty bear who doesn't share. And that's an awful shame, she sighed, because you see, I do. Here, said Mouse and smiled. Look, I saved this one for you. For me? Bear bewildered. But I wasn't very fair. He handed Mouse the apple. No, you found it fair and square. Then all at once Bear realized how good it felt to share. You know, said Mouse, it isn't not too late to be a better bear. It's not? Bear asked. It's not, he gasped. And now it's time to start. And Bear seemed quite dumbfounded by the sudden change of heart. Could you forgive me if I, with a sorry sideways glance? Of course, Mouse answered. Everyone deserves a second chance. Bear grinned from furry ear to ear. Oh, thank you, Mouse, he sighed. Friends? He whispered hopefully. Friends, the mouse replied. The end. The Mouse's Apples. Francis Stickley and Kristina Litten.